Hello, beautiful people. I am the ThePiPiper, and I am here to get you hyper about BZZZT, which is a new indie game that has never been seen before on the Games Done Quick stage. I'm super stoked to be doing this. I'm super stoked to be showing this off. GDQ means a lot to me. I'll go into detail of that during the run. I'm super stoked. This is a indie platformer that is a love letter to the 80s. So if you love 80s arcade games, things like that, this is the game for you. It's absolutely awesome. Love it. I am excited to not only be playing this game because I really do enjoy it, but being able to play it for you. And then also, this should be the first time it'll ever be on an American stage. It was streamed and put into a marathon in France by W Radion, who is one of the is the moderator for the speedrun community. Huge shout out to them and all that they've done. They're super helpful. They held the world record up until 15 days ago. Just super exciting. Right now we are fighting for I am fighting for a place on the leaderboard in a hitless run. There are currently 6 runners right now, and we are about 11 seconds short of a PB from getting 6th place. Currently on best segments, though, we are well ahead of being a world record pace, and I do currently have 15 of the individual level world records, so it's possible. I'm hoping to get better. There's always a chance for a new PB, new leaderboard, something like that. I'm super stoked to be here, and without further ado, this is BZZZT. Let's talk about what's going on. So we're going to be doing what's known as a hitless run. There are 4 difficulties. As you can see, we have very easy, normal, and insane. I'm going to be doing an insane run. I've already submitted a normal run, so I hope you guys enjoy that. That is the most marathon safe run in this game. However, I'm going to show you insane to see if we want to incentivize it. Maybe it's something that we don't do. Maybe it's something that you guys find more exciting. If I do an insane run, I will be donating $25 per death. They're super easy to crack in insane, and here's why. And very easy, you get 5 chances in which you can get hit in a level, then it restarts. Unlimited lives throughout the whole game. Easy, you get 3, and then your level starts over. Unlimited lives throughout the game. In a normal, you can't get hit in a level, hence why normal and insane are hitless. And then you have unlimited lives throughout the whole game. Insane, you get 7 lives throughout the entire game. If you die 7 times, your entire file is erased, which is insane, right? Hence the name. Very easy and easy. Also reduce the number of enemies you'll encounter and the number of hazards. Normal and insane provide the same amount of enemies and hazards. So today we're going to be doing the hardest difficulty with an insane challenge of not dying more than 7 times. However, that might be possible because we're going to do some marathon safety. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, and without further ado, actually now, here is not because my auto timer didn't start. Let me fix that guy real quick. Every now and again it has some issues. Hopefully it doesn't happen during the run. But the nice thing and the advantage of GDQ is that we do RTA only, so we won't need any auto splitters or anything like that. I will tell you when time starts, and we will do a full countdown. I'll tell you when time ends. No worries. We're just waiting on this auto splitter to reactivate just in case this run is a PB, which would be awesome. Alright. Auto splitter is completely froze on me. Uh-oh. 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 Don't worry. We can be entertained during technical difficulties. What did one snowman say to the other? Do you smell carrots? I got horrible jokes. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is? You would think it would be R, but his true love is for the C. Alright, we're back up. Let's see how we do. Alright, now, for actuality. For the 3rd time, I'm gonna say this. Without further ado. Here is BZZZT. There we go. We got the timer going. Hopefully it's good. We might have some issues. So the game starts out. We are a over-glorified toaster named DX8000. We are a toaster that has the world's best AI or something like that installed into us by two scientists trying to solve some world problems. And throughout this process, we'll just go over the whole story. We're going to run into a guy named Badbert who wants to take this AI and use it for world domination. How very 80s villain. However, during that process, as he takes the AI does what most of us expect it to do, which it realizes that it no longer needs humans. So it attacks Badbert, and then Badbert realizes, uh-oh, maybe this is a bad idea to take AI and install it with empathy blockers. So, don't worry, we took that death, that's fine. Early deaths are fine. No worries here. And then it joins our team to help us take down this monster that he's created that is also a overglorified panini press with a mech suit. That's right. Welcome to the latest mech anime. Yes, there are kaiju references and everything. But here's how the gameplay works. We start off with our overglorified toaster just being able to walk in a direction, just being able to jump once. Throughout this game, we'll get certain upgrades. Right there was our first upgrade, the double jump. Guess what? This is a game that has a double jump that kind of makes sense. We're a robot, and now we have little blasters installed. How does Mario double jump? Beats me. I guess Italians have special, like, genetics that allow them to jump like that. I'm not sure, but that's the way it is. We're gonna get a few more. We'll cover those as we get them, but the most important one I'll cover now is the dash. So here's our kaiju. We got our baby Godzilla, Terminator, and Marvin that some of you might recognize, and of course Invisible Bob. I hope you guys caught him. He was a little hard to see, but he was there. Let's talk about this category. So we are running an any percent on a hitless category. I say hitless because normal and insane are graded together in any percent runs. So what do you need for an any percent run? You just need to beat all 52 levels of the main story. Why did I say it like that? Because KO, the developer of this game, is super involved, wow, into making this game the best it can be with the most amount of content. So KO recently actually did a huge upgrade to this game, adding a ton of bonus levels, almost doubling the length of the game, which is absolutely awesome. The other thing that KO just did was officially release to the Switch. So you can play this game on Steam, on the Switch. It's super awesome. Super stoked. So, all that we have to do is beat all 52. What other categories are there? I heard you say in the audience. Well, we also have Flawless. Flawless is a trophy that you receive when two specific criteria are met. First criteria is, if you notice in the top right, we have a timer. That timer is super awesome, and here's why. In moments like this, where cutscenes happen before, the timer does not count against it. The level earlier that had Baby Godzilla, the Terminator, we could spend all day looking at those, and that timer wouldn't move a single second. Which is super awesome and super thoughtful of KO, allowing us to spend time to truly enjoy this game, the humor and everything that has, without being penalized in achievements. So, you'll see you have the timer, and it's currently yellow. And you'll notice next to the timer, you have a piece of pizza that's slowly, or an entire pizza that's slowly being eaten. That pizza is actually a clock that is counting down. As that clock counts down, if it counts all the way down, we'll no longer be in a flawless run, because you have to beat the run when the two categories is under that timer. The second being is that you have to collect all these beautiful shiny bolts. Like I said, the auto splitter messes up sometimes. We're currently like 2 levels ahead for some reason. Who knows why? Try and fix that real quick. That was Pinwheel. This is our next upgrade. This is the dash that I was talking about earlier. So, Flawless is a cool little design, but it does take away the ability to do some shortcuts that we'll be showing off. Because the shortcuts are going to be, wow, avoiding the bolts, which are half of what you need to do for Flawless. Now let's talk about game development a little bit. What is going on with my run right now? We're all right. that auto splitter. It distracted me. We might change the time up. You know, do this differently. I am going on a big work trip tomorrow, so this is my last possible chance to submit it. And I was... Wow, I did not double jump there. That's okay. You're probably thinking to yourself, validators, wait, he said that he can only die 7 times, and it's only been 5 minutes, and he's taken 4 of those deaths. Don't worry, we'll be fine. I'm a pro. I know what I'm doing. I'll show you why. KO graciously has added 1-up hearts, so we're just not going to die anymore. And we're just going to get all the 1-up hearts, making this run completely marathon safe. Or marathon safe-ish. The KO is a check, ko.d. Remember how I said we weren't going to die anymore? That starts right now, but guess what? That's another $25 to charity in a live run. You don't want somebody who's too good at the game. Where's all their money gonna go? So KO is a Czech game developer now, but most famously a pixel artist. KO has been doing pixel art and game support for the last 30 years. And honestly is one of the best pixel artists out there, in my opinion. They have a lot of dedication, great shading, great color theory. And you can always check all their stuff out on Twitter. But, so what's up with this game? This was KO's first game independently developed. KO did almost everything by themselves, with the exception of the music, I believe. And one of the things to know is, if you guys have been paying attention, hopefully you've noticed all these beautiful backgrounds. Not even the foregrounds, the backgrounds. Maybe you didn't notice them until I said something. I'm like, wait, there's backgrounds? They've been changing. Guess what? There are 1.25 million pixels in the background, and KO spent 4 years doing backgrounds alone. That's the dedication that has gone into this game, and it is definitely worthy of the game's done quick stage. This is our first and really the only official auto stage route, which is the perfect time during GDQ for donations to be read. I know, this run's only 19 minutes. How do you get donations ran in 19 minutes? You get a full minute of auto scroller. We hate auto scrollers as speedrunners, but God, do we love them in GDQ. So that way we can make sure that our announcers get a chance to talk about the incentives that are coming up, and of course the donations that are coming in from our beautiful viewers. Just imagine right now, I'm just going through doing this stuff, and we hear, and another $5,000 donation from Fangamer. Fangamer says, keep up the great work, guys. That could happen right now if you guys accept this run. There's another level that will have another chance. Unfortunately, I did not meet the requirement for a flawless run during this, so we will be waiting an extra 3 seconds, but that's okay. It double skipped there, but I caught it because I know that the auto splitter is funky. So let's talk about, we've talked about a lot. Let's talk about GDQ. So I've been watching GDQ since 2016. Wow, he got my nose. I know it might not look like I have a nose. There's a little nose on KO. Or not on KO, oops. On XZ over here. That you might not see. But it tends to come out at the worst times, in which just laser beams that I'm nowhere near get me. So we did lose some time on that death, but we're okay. I'm not sweating, except from the heat in my stream room right now. Hopefully you're not sweating. We will be fine. But I've been watching GDQ since 2016. It has been a huge part of my life. I first discovered it when a friend brought it up while I was forward deployed out in Bahrain. So middle of the Middle East, and working weird hours, 12-hour shifts in support of what was going on in the area at that time, and not a whole lot for us to do in the late hours, especially due to curfew and other things. And so GDQ twice a year while we were out there was a huge lifesaver. I just got a huge skip on a jump which saves us like 4 or 5 seconds. So that's great, especially when we're a minute behind. So it's been watching since 2016. It's been great for one of those things as a person who works weird schedules and works all over the world to have something to watch for a great cause a couple times a year. Now, GDQ is also really big in my life because GDQ is the reason I'm currently speedrunning. Speedrunning was a thing I tried a few times in my life. I was originally inspired to start during a 4-person Mega Man X run, actually, back in like 2017. I loved the Mega Man series. I loved Mega Man X. Probably part of the reason why I love this game. This is another upgrade. And so I tried and I tried and I tried to do the strats that for the best Mega Man X players in the world were hitting. And I was like, that's what I gotta do. I gotta match them. That was my goal. To say the least, you'll notice on my speedrun.com profile, I've never ran Mega Man X. Well, the thing is, I had a bad approach to speedrunning. I was like, I gotta be at the top. And that was my first game ever speedrunning. No practice, no anything. And I was immediately trying the hardest skips. And I spent an hour just trying to make, like, missed that skip, that's okay. Trying to make one of the probably harder jumps and harder tricks in that game. And I ended up being disheartened and giving up. And so I ended up putting up the speedrunning dream at that time until 2018, I believe, in which Darkman78 taught Jimmy Poopins in about an hour how to speedrun Strider for the NES. And all of a sudden, I was like, wait, there are games that you can learn and tutorials exist and all this. And so by 2019, I was fully streaming and speedrunning. Oh, that was scary. We're going for a lot of safety strats right now. Because normally when I speedrun, I don't go for all the hearts. So we're trying to figure out the timing for marathon safety. This is our other quote-unquote auto, like auto scroller. I call it an auto scroller because you do have to like go slow and destroy all these things, which is another great time to talk about incentives and donations and things of that sort. But I then started running Strider and absolutely fell in love. I am still in the top 25 for Strider, and it's a great community and a great place to start speedrunning because it's pretty simple, it's readily available, and it only takes less than 5 minutes to get a run in. So I got close to 500 runs in, was never able to beat my goal, but I started learning that speedrunning is not always about being the best, it's about setting records and beating yourself and constantly just doing something that's fun and interesting. And I started running a lot more since then. The other big thing is I only started streaming originally because I wanted a place to show off my speedrunning and what I was doing. That was a weird safety jump. And the great thing with Twitch for me is that I actually met my girlfriend now of 3 years while streaming on Twitch. So I'm super grateful for that. So if it wasn't for GDQ, I literally would not have met my girlfriend. So thanks GDQ for that. Super excited and appreciate you guys existing. I also want to talk about how much GDQ not only just raises money for charity, but inspires all of us consistently to do better and even start more events. So one of the other communities I'm a part of is the Super Mario Show Society. I've been part of that since almost as long as I've been streaming, which is a community of Mario Maker builders, players, streamers, all coming together for a good cause. Wow, I missed that jump twice. I got like stuck. It was weird. And largely inspired by events like GDQ, and really GDQ, we started hosting our own annual charity event, raising money for the last couple of years, and none of that would have been inspired, or we even probably wouldn't have thought about it without things like GDQ. So GDQ, once again, thank you for all that you do, and I hope you guys constantly realize the impact that you have, not just live while donating money, but to all the streamers and all the viewers consistently watching you. It gives us something that brings us community. It brings us something that inspires us to do better. And it showcases so many cool video games and allows so many creators and other people to come together, which is absolutely awesome. We are at 2 hearts right now. I am going to have to be careful not to finish this level perfectly, because if I do, I will not get that marathon safety heart. So just gonna put some focus in. There we go. In moments like that where I need to focus, my current plan for my couch is, if this run gets accepted, which I really hope it does, this one or the normal run, my current plan is to have 2 of my best friends who have been with me for a very long time. Oops, okay, that was weird. Alright, we're doing some safety strats because I missed the shortcut. That saves usually like 8 seconds. So, unfortunate, but the safety strat is not the worst thing in the world. Just gonna play it safe for marathons. Wait here, because otherwise we would have gone con there for sure. Yeah, this level, 14 seconds if I had caught that timer and then not done the safety strats. But that's okay. That was weird. That wasn't even safety strat or anything like that. That was just weirdness getting caught. But my 2 friends who have, we both have been talking about attending a GDQ for years. One of them has attended the GDQ hotfix at TwitchCon with me. The other one, we've even talked about doing some co-op games, which I hope to eventually showcase as well on the GDQ stage with them. And then my girlfriend, who, as stated, we met on Twitch, has always been a great supporter for me and said that she would happily be on the silent couch providing emotional support. I'm pulling back because I was a little bit behind. I could feel it. We're not going to take that death. And then for the 4th and final member of who I'd really like, and I really do think would be interested, is KO themselves. They're extremely active in the Discord, and the Discords are great. There's 2 of them. There's one for just speedrunning, and then one that KO put together to talk about the game. That includes that they are super responsive in. So if you have any questions, I've had like speedrun questions where I'm like, oh, I don't understand the physics of this, and usually within like a day or 2, KO will respond explaining it, or even looking into some of the problems to really ensure that we're all having the best program, or the best gaming experience that we can have. Whoops. Okay. We'll safety strat this one since I took that death, which is waiting an extra second there, which is fine. You know, it's a good time. We're here for a good time, but also not a long time, because this is speedrunning. So, and then hopefully KO can talk a bit more about some of the stuff that I covered, about their experience with this, how the game was created, their inspiration, everything like that. If not, as you can see, I hope I'm giving it justice and that you guys are enjoying this. As we definitely approach the end, huge shout outs. I think I've said it enough, but to GDQ, everything that you guys do, whoops, I got caught there and then my dash was at a weird time. Everything that you do, you guys who are validating this run right now, thank you so much for putting in the time, helping make this event interesting and fun. We definitely appreciate you. And huge, sorry, a little bit of focus in here. Okay, we're a bit behind, but that's okay. Safety strats, especially with these 2 hearts, as we're at 50 of 52. Hello? Thank you. 50 of 52 levels. Huge shout outs to the business community, especially to Scarp, who just got the new world record 15 days ago, as of this filming. GG's to you, bro. Love to see it. I was a little sad because I was really hoping that I was going to beat you there on the 1.3 build. because the old world record was on the 1.0 build. This is the current 1.3 build, which has some additional shortcuts and everything. But Scarp, good on you. And then huge shout outs to W Radion for just doing everything for the speedrun community, from validating the runs to being active in the Discord. We appreciate everything that you do. And to all the runners in general, huge shout outs to the Strider community. Absolutely love you guys for just, you know, we don't talk often, but we all get what we're doing and we help when we can. And while we're not big, we're known, and it's absolutely awesome. Shout outs to everybody, you know. So this is the final boss, if you couldn't tell by its final boss and it being level 52, and the fact that this level is called This Is the End. This is our Panini Press boy in his mech suit. It's a lot of dodging. One of the things I really do like about this game, one, is how quickly it just throws you in at the very beginning with the levels. There's no like tutorial stage. It's literally like, here's the first 2 levels. This is what we're doing now. And that's what you do. And you get progress right off the bat. And then the boss, all of them are great. They utilize, you have to utilize the upgrades that you got recently and the previous ones. It's not something crazy like Metroid Dread where they give you a crazy power-up they only get to use in like boss fights. Or it's not like Mario where people will have like a whole level about jumping over stuff and then all of a sudden you have a fire flower to beat Bowser. Like, that makes no sense. So I really appreciate this. It utilizes all the power-ups. You go through it all. It really tests your ability on how well you got it, which is super cool. Great level design, great enemy design. KO, you've done a great job. It's a pleasure to run this game. Here's one of the best tricks I learned on this run is to go backwards there, because this was one of the areas that was constantly killing my runs. But we've gone it past, and there we go. Time will be right there. And that is... Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at on Instagram. I check that way more often at Cosplay and Cars, or at the ThePiPiper Meadery, where I make mead and share some of the how-tos and stuff with that. I'm also on Twitter, but I don't really check anymore ever since it became X. I'll leave that alone. But I'm there at the ThePiPiper. I have not been streaming in a while because I did recently move to Spain, but I will gladly, and I'm excited to fly out and enjoy GDQ if this run gets accepted in person. That's all I got. This was those are Bad Bert. And like I said, I'm super stoked. I really do hope that this gets accepted. It would be a huge honor and pleasure. And without further ado, once again, I'm the ThePiPiper. This was you are validating this run. You mean something. You're important. You're beautiful. I love you. Good night.